Biggest single thing that we owe.
That was the view of some businesses that I spoke to in Bristol yesterday. Let's hear from another business owner now. Christopher Nieper is managing director of the fashion brand David Nieper that makes clothes in Derbyshire and employs 300 people. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Katie.
What are the biggest worries and issues and headaches that you're facing at the moment?
Katie, I actually am quite optimistic, but what we need to do is we need to release talent into the business. And so I hope that the rabbit in the hat, as you described, that the Chancellor's got, would be a skills tax credit. You know, we've been clobbered, wealth creators have been clobbered in the last few months with a big increase in the minimum wage, big increase in national insurance, and we're about to have an increase in corporation tax. But I don't think he should underestimate the value to the economy of releasing talent, particularly in forgotten towns like ours.
Is that because you're finding it very difficult to recruit people?
Well, we have vacancies and we're fortunate to receive about 2,000 applications every year. But you see, most of the applications have the wrong skills or no skills. So what we've got to do is to get Britain working and boost the productivity by getting that talent, getting those young people into the workplace with the right sort of skills. So I would love him to introduce a skills tax credit.
And how would you see that working?
Well, I would base it on the research and development tax credit, use exactly the same idea, and I would establish a qualifying expenditure so that more companies do what we've done, which is to invest in schools. We've invested in a whole school, sponsoring the entire school in our town with 700 pupils, and invest in students so that we can offset their university tuition fees, and in in-house skills training. And I don't see why we can't be encouraged to do all of that with a skills tax credit, which frankly is quite a low cost and high return for the Treasury.
Now, one issue I keep hearing from businesses is that they're very concerned about energy costs going up. Is that something that you're worried about?
Well, energy costs, you know, this is on the subject of inflation, isn't it, which we're expecting. I wouldn't get too overly worried about energy. Yes, energy has gone up, but in manufacturing we can offset that, and we've put solar panels on every one of our 5 factories. We've put heat pumps everywhere we can. We've got heat recovery, and so we can move our costs down. I think we're covering more than half of our energy costs by generating on site. No, the biggest threat we've got are the input costs. I know cotton price, I mean, we're a manufacturer of fashion, and cotton's gone up by 52% this year. But it can go down again. But the one thing which doesn't go down is the labour cost, and that's been pushed up by a 6.6% in the cost of the minimum wage. And so I think what we've got to do is we've got to trade out of this by boosting the productivity, and to do that we need more skills, because I can't pass all these costs on to our consumers, you see, and I don't think that this inflation is as transitory as the Bank of England hopes it will be. I think we in business and the coalface here, we've got to pass it on gradually over several seasons. So I can't just whack it all in one year. I'm planning to increase prices probably by 15% over the next 2 years, season by season. But let's do it with skills and training.
Well, thank you very much, Christopher Nieper, Managing Director of the fashion brand David Nieper there.